Mature trees on your property can add beauty, shade, and also value to your home. But like any part of your landscaping, they do require occasional maintenance and pruning to keep them looking good. Well, we found a couple of unique tree care methods that you might not know about. Dave Boone is a professional arborist with Bartlett Tree experts. They're doing two things to the trees on this property: lightning protection and root invigoration. How long has Bartlett been in business?
Well, we're a third-generation family-owned tree care company, started in 1907 by F.A. Bartlett, so this is our 103rd year in business.
You've been around a long time.
Exactly.
So today you'll be literally reinvigorating this tree. What does the root invigoration process entail?
Right, this is our patented process whereby we're recreating the soil around the base of the tree, much like a potting media, to stimulate root growth and to help the tree work more efficiently.
Okay, and what's in that mixture?
In that mixture, we're basically taking the native soil, we're adding composted amendments, some prescription fertilization, also some fungal inoculants, air tilling it all together to incorporate that material, aerate the soil simultaneously, and make a nice, rich media for those roots to grow in.
When you bring your crew out, I mean, how many people are you talking, and what kind of equipment are we going to use to fix the tree and reinvigorate it, basically?
Right. Typically, we're going to have 1 to 2 person crew coming out. We use a supersonic air tool developed by the military for sweeping for mines and ordnance. In the old days, used a mechanical tiller, but during the process, it'd be damaging the root system. By just using the high-powered air, we're not damaging the root system, yet we're still achieving the same effect by tilling that soil and incorporating these amendments to create that potting soil type environment.
So it doesn't go that deep into the ground?
No, we can take it as deep as we want, but typically we're only going to go down about 8 to 12 inches below the soil surface because that's where the vast majority of the water and nutrient absorbing roots are going to be on a tree.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
This is the reason why we bought our home, probably more so because of the trees and the neighborhood. A lot of subdivisions you move into, they plant trees to start from. So really this is part of our house. They provide shade, and it gives, I think, a sense of calm in the yard. That's why we want to help to keep all of this as much as we can.
One of the easiest ways to care for the trees on your property is to keep an eye on them. Are the leaves yellowing or curling out of season? Is the trunk discoloring or oozing? Look for gradual changes in the appearance of your trees and shrubs so you can identify problems before they become too severe. If you think there's an issue, you can call a professional to diagnose the problem.
We actually had a tree a few years ago go down in a storm. May not have been lightning, but it was taken down in a storm. It was a giant tree, and we were sad the tree was gone. So we felt like this is a good opportunity to do the same thing, protect whatever we can.
So Dave, today you're preparing a tree to prevent it from being struck by lightning. How do you do that?
Basically, we're running a copper cable from the top of the tree, running it down the tree and into a ground rod system so that if in fact there were a lightning strike that were going to take place, it would be attracted to that system and it would take it safely to ground without damaging the tree and or potentially side flashing and causing a house fire.
Does that take a long time, the whole process?
No, it only takes about an hour or two.
Does this all cost a lot of money?
No, certainly not when you compare it to the cost of removing a tree and then the actual value of that tree that comes into play. And that may be monetary value, value added into the landscape, certainly if it's a significant tree on a golf course, or even just a sentimental value that's placed on it if it was a heritage tree that was planted by somebody's grandparent or even a memorial tree.
And it's better to spend a little bit of money doing that than, say, paying to have a tree removed once it's struck by lightning.
Absolutely. Proactive instead of reactive. And, certainly when you're dealing with large trees in proximity to houses, the National Fire Protection Association recommends that if you have large trees within 10 feet of your house or overhanging, that you should at least consider a lightning protection system, because most of the trees that do catch fire as a result of a lightning strike, it's usually from a side flash that hit a tree first.
Boy, did I learn a lot about tree care today. Remember, it's great to have mature trees on your property, but taking care of them will help increase the value of your property too.